From the Environmental Protection Division, let me introduce Renee Parker.
We're going to go through, again, orient everyone where the location of the A to Z site is, give you a status update, and what our next steps will be. Next slide. You should see an aerial. Noted in the red arrow is the A to Z site. Next slide. This is a mid-1990 aerial of during the operation of A to Z site. Again, this site started in around 1990 as a recycling and salvage site. Groundwater sampling through the years by different parties has shown metals exceedances with arsenic, chromium, barium, selenium, lead, and cadmium. However, the last known sampling of the site was back in June of 2003. Next slide. This is a recent aerial of the A to Z site. Next slide. To give you a status update, we worked with the property owner to obtain site access, and we prepared a grant package that we submitted to the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. And in January 2012, we were awarded $60,000 to do a site-specific activities application assessment on the property. And that is funded under the EPA Section 128 Brownfields Cooperative Agreement. The goal of the project is to evaluate if environmental contamination is on site and if the site is a contributing source of potable well contamination in the Bithlo area. Next slide. To give you an update of what we've done, in April 2012, we obtained site access. We actually had to build a culvert and a roadway to obtain the access. Next slide. We did some site mowing on the property, and those are some pictures of the recent mowing activity that we completed. Next slide. We also had the FDEP site investigation team out on the property. We conducted conductivity tests to determine depth of monitoring wells on the property, as well as performed some soil profiling to analyze and to take soil samples. Next slide. Last week, we were out there actually installing groundwater monitoring wells. We installed 18 monitoring wells in a cluster of 2 each, surrounding the property area as well as in the center of the property. We have a few shallow wells down to depths of 15 feet, as well as some deep wells down to 35 feet. Next slide. And then this is to give you information how you can track the progress of what we're doing out on A to Z. The site facility number is COM_308915. The Florida Department of Environmental Protection has a public website available which can be located at the second red link, which is known as the Contamination Locator Map. You can actually search any site in the whole state of Florida with a facility address, a zip code. It will find that facility address and tell you if there's any contamination sites that are currently being worked on throughout the state. There's also a way to click on Watch This link on that website, and it will email you and give you notifications that available documents are there for your review, for you to peruse through. The third bullet is the website link to Oculus. This is a web-based document management system that we upload documents available in PDF form, and you can go as a public viewer if you have this facility address or the facility ID and review those documents that are available. Certainly you can also contact the Orange County EPD office, and we're courtesy copied on every document that comes through for the A to Z site. And then if you have other questions or can't understand how to go through the websites and link up to see the documents or the contamination locator map, there's a toll-free number for the waste cleanup site. It's 1-866-282-0787, and you simply can give them a facility address or that facility ID number, and they can get you the information that you request. And next slide. So our next steps, what we're conducting right now this week are active groundwater sampling. We'll complete that activity through Thursday. We expect to have our laboratory data analysis through our process and report the results of our finding in June or July of 2012. Based on those findings, we will determine if the property has any environmental challenges. We will also work with the property owner and determine the next steps to see if we can find grants to help address the environmental challenges that we may find. And we will continue our discussion with the current property owner on designating the site as a brownfield and try to obtain any kind of brownfield incentives to help clean up and redevelop the site to its highest and best use for the community.